I'm reviewing Overexposed by Gerald Simmons. This is interesting. I like the characterisation. I found it a bit odd because it seemed like it was two stories, two short stories. In fact, the first part where the husband and wife are driving home from a funeral and the wife decides she's going to have a divorce, and the husband seems to be having a heart attack, and then they go to hospital, and that is all kind of resolved. She's leaving him, she's left him, and then we move on to another set of characters, and from what I can tell, the only connection between these two groups of people is that the protagonist in the second part is the son of the couple in the first part, and this has left me, I suppose, because it's an extract. I mean, if it was the full novel that I was reading, I would presumably, as I was continued to read the novel, I would work out who was the main protagonist here. Is it the son, or is it the father or the mother? Who is it that I should be rooting for? Because right at the beginning, the person that I'm instinctively rooting for is the wife, the woman who wants to leave her husband because he's ignored her all this time. And then I'm reading about a sort of a photographer who he seems to be a glamour photographer, but he wants to be a serious photographer. And I would, if the book started out with that, I would be rooting for him. But as I'm reading it, I've got in the back of my mind what's happening with his mother and father, and how he's going to react when he finds out that they're getting divorced. Is he going to think that's daft? Is he, you know? There's a lot of questions with it, and I'm not sure. It's very difficult to judge from an extract of this length. I think without being able to see the whole thing, I wouldn't be able to say, well, that these two stories fit together comfortably, or that they should actually be two completely separate stories. I mean, I've read novels before where you've got interweaving characters, but these don't seem to interweave at all. You've got a great big chunk of one set of characters and then a great big chunk of another. I think that I would read on in both cases. I want to find out what happened with the wife, whether she managed to, you know, at this, obviously they refer to themselves as seniors, so obviously they're an elderly couple, and at this late stage in life she wants to divorce and go and lead a new life. And I'd also be interested in what happened with the younger man, the photographer. I'm just not sure how they fit together. But it's intriguing. It is intriguing. So, and I think it's well written. I think you've got, you know, you tell a good story. You know, I'm drawn on to read on with it. And I was disappointed when it ended. But then I always seem to be disappointed when these extracts end. I really liked, actually, I thought that was a really good thing with the cold caller, and he said I wanted in Braille. I thought that was a good trick. I think I'll remember that one. So 4 stars, and that's my review.